Hello and welcome to another episode of To Be Honest, a show with a clown, a duck, and a degenerate. It has been quite some time since we last released an episode. 7 fucking months. Most recently we have come back for this reason alone, to talk about Hasan Piker electrocuting his fucking dog.
Well, are we going to say why we've been gone
Oh, well,
for 7
we can
months?
just very quickly mention that it was Pyro. It was Pyro.
it's quite
That's
a
the reason we haven't.
big amount
I mean,
of time.
literally, it's not even a lie. It's not an exaggeration. Pyro was the fucking reason that we haven't uploaded. Pyro, do you want to explain why you haven't been here?
Went to bed for 8 months. You know, like Hawk to a girl. I just had a little nap for 8 months. Any video you've seen, any stream you've seen is all pre-recorded. I just had a little nap.
And the gap would have been 5 months, but then Colossal got lost in the jungle, so that was a
That is true. That did actually happen.
That was a whole
I did
thing.
actually get lost in the jungle.
We have been posting still monthly on Patreon, because otherwise we'd be scamming.
Just $5 a month. Well worth your time and money. Yeah, there's been like 6, 7 Patreon episodes in that time. Most of them have been me and Dolan Dark.
That joke. He's too old to get that joke.
Pyro, I didn't even hear it, to be
so
honest.
Pyro hasn't been showing up,
it.
and even the Patreon episodes, he didn't show up. So if you want episodes without Pyro, then Patreon is your go.
And only $5. I mean, it's so worth it to have the best member of the podcast, me, and Dolan Dark, who's the second, and then the worst was not involved in any capacity.
Gone for 7 months, no apology, just a Patreon chill. Welcome to Be Honest.
Technically, I come third place then, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah, so-
Ryan's in
yeah, so I
between.
still
No,
win.
Ryan, our producer, who doesn't.
You
Do the
cannot put the
podcast.
producer above a host.
I am.
You cannot
putting
do
him.
that. That's no, fuck that
can't do
shit.
that.
No. You can't
Actually,
do that.
and then my cat is above you as well.
True.
He's
So
actually
now
showed
my
up
maid,
more
my
often than
maid.
you are. Your maid.
you can't
yeah.
put
I've got my
you
fat
cannot
maid.
put the fucking maid above a podcast host
Can.
in ranking. Someone
Can.
that has never been present in any episode and cleans your
She
fucking
has
disgusting
actually. No,
dirty
she has.
room.
She has.
She's been vacuuming
She's
in
the
the
one making
background a
pig
couple
noises in the
times.
background. Yeah, if you hear an oink in a recording, like that was her.
So you're saying a woman?
If you hear like the sweat
a
rolling
woman
down
doing
her
an
fat
oink.
folds, like that was
So
literally
a fat
her.
Mexican woman making pig noises is ranked higher than me.
And a cat. Don't forget my
Oh,
cat.
yeah.
My cat showed up for the last 2 Patreon episodes, and you were nowhere to be seen. So
Oh, and my dog. And my dog.
your dog.
So
Right, I
so
forgot
now
you
we're
got a
including
dog.
completely fictional characters
Yeah.
that didn't even exist in the
fabricated
first place.
dog.
So I'm keeping. I think I'm like 8th place at the minute now, or 7th.
Anyways, Hasan Piker recently shocked his dog. He's 100% guilty of this. Jay, you can confirm, right? 100% guilty, no question of it.
Definitely guilty of using an e-collar on his dog. I think that is basically proven with how many different clips we've seen.
Oh, he's 100% guilty. There is no doubt in my mind. I
Yep.
saw it
Well,
before
you're
even
not a
quite a
very
lot of
big
the
fan of
evidence has been
Hasan,
released,
so-
and there's quite a substantial amount at this point.
Oh,
What's
you
that?
you
Say
were there
again?
in the room with him. That's right. You forgot to mention that. You were just at a camera and you saw it all happen. Yeah, that's right.
I guess we don't have to give much context, right? Because literally everybody knows about this. Even my IRL friends that barely use the internet now know Hasan is the dog shocker. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to ask my maid, actually, if she's heard of
Yeah,
the story yet.
she'll definitely know. I don't know, where do we start? Do we give a timeline? Like,
Well, the actual clip in question, 2 hours and 40 minutes into the stream, or near or thereabouts, the dog, his dog, which is basically essentially a prop, right, for his streams, even his little donation message is a little animated picture or a little animation
family
of his
dog,
dog
right?
popping up. So as XQC is right. I didn't really understand what he said, but I deciphered, I cleverly deciphered what he was saying. That dog is essentially a prop for Hasan's streams. That's the only reason he's got it, because Hasan doesn't effectively have a fucking soul. So that dog provides that necessary soul and personality that Hasan doesn't have, outside of being like a psychopath. That dog has therefore been sitting. I mean, it sits for a lot longer than this usually, like sometimes 8 hours apparently. But this dog had been sitting there on the fucking bed or little cushion for about 2 hours and 40 fucking minutes. And then literally within 5 seconds of it getting up, Hasan has barked at it, appears to like grab something or press something. The dog fucking yelps and then instantly moves back to the bed. And Hasan seems very perturbed and disturbed and aggressive that his dog even got up in the first place, even though it has been sitting there for the best part of 3 fucking hours. Hasan initially claims that this dog, Kaya, I believe her name is, clipped her paw or her claw
yeah.
on
because it went
the bed.
viral that he had reached over, and coincidentally, the exact time he reached over, the dog had yelped as if he'd pushed something. And it did start off as like, it could have happened, you know, like it was being pushed by people who hate Hasan. So it was like, there wasn't that much proof apart from perfect timing. But then more and more clips started to come out that showed that it was like definitely what happened.
So when Hasan reached over, he was claiming that, what was the first thing he claimed? He claimed that he was reaching for Zins, right? That was the first
He
one.
answered a chatter and he's like, they're like, what were you reaching for? He's like, I was reaching, that's where my Zintins are. He says there were Zins there, but in the clip, he doesn't get a Zin. He reaches over, dog yelps.
The second one that he was opening the gate, his front door or something, he changed the lie. I don't know how he was backed into that. Like, why would you have to come up with a new lie in that situation? Don't understand
he was claiming
that one unless we've got the timeline.
He was claiming
wrong.
everyone saying he shocked the dog was mentally ill and being schizo about his arm movements, and then he was saying, if I happen to reach over to the gate to open it, then the dog's going to react.
He says it's schizo, but then I saw a clip of him on a podcast with Cutie Cinderella, and even then, like, they both agreed it was just awful timing. So I think it's like, for people to believe that, like, it does look legit, but then obviously, like, changing the story, yeah, that's never a good look.
Well, he's changing it multiple times, as I understand it. It was Zins, then it was the gate control, and then, of course, he admits, or has now admitted, that it was a collar of some variety, albeit not a fucking shock collar that people claimed it was.
He showed the collar was a vibration-only collar, and then people looked into it, and it didn't match the model for the vibration-only collar, and it also had tape over the top of it. And then he's now claiming that the day of the incident when she yelped, she didn't even have the vibration collar on. But then it's like, why did you even show the vibration collar if she had a different collar on? Why didn't you just show the collar she had on? It's just, there's so many lies that just keep building up.
Well, then you go back to the stream itself and you can literally see the dog wearing the exact collar. So, because there are two versions of this collar. There is a vibration collar and there is one which electrically shocks the dog. But, of course, people referenced two photos. I think Ethan Klein even bought the exact collar to show everyone that this is how it's exactly the same. Here are the differences between the two. So Hasan can't have possibly purchased the vibration collar. Like, it's not possible. And then, of course, you've got the black tape on it. And then Cutie Cinderella, who is like a big Hasan orbiter defender. Have I got this correct?
She's a friend.
Although most of the time she does just try to bake cakes, little cakes.
A lot of people in the LA Twitch
sorry,
scene,
Pyro, you have a deep synopsis of Cutie Cinderella?
she bakes cakes, but I mean,
Yeah, she bakes
it's
cakes.
like
That's still
people
more
in the LA
talent
Twitch
than
scene do.
Pyrocynical.
It's not hard. It's not.
Have you baked a cake
hard, is it?
before?
Oh, if you're on about, oh
Have
no, if you're on about
either
cooking,
of you baked a cake
no.
before? Hold on, before you shit on her, have either of you baked a cake before?
No, if you,
I fucking have.
if
What?
you-
Where's
if you're on about
this
cooking,
coming from?
like,
What the fuck?
she mugs me. It's over.
I'm not pretending to be like an excellent cook or anything. I can still bake a fucking cake. I think I bake a fucking cupcake, but in any case, Pyro is the fucking mentally damaged and inefficient one in this fucking conversation. What the fuck, Jay? What the fuck?
Oh no, I mean, like, if you're on about like cooking or baking, she mugs me. Like absolutely.
So you've never baked a little cake or anything like that, just to confirm.
No.
Yeah, you suck.
Does Uber Eats count?
You fucking suck. So Cutie Cinderella was on a stream. I don't think it was her stream. I think it was someone else's stream. And she was like trying to defend Hasan, or it was like brought up in the conversation. And then she confirmed and basically exposed Hasan by saying that she's seen the collar in person and it is definitely an electric shock collar that has had the shock element part of it removed and covered with black tape, as people were claiming it had been.
All of the Hasan defenders originally, when it was claimed it was taped over, were saying, nope, it's proven it's vibration only. This is all a schizo theory. There's no tape. There's like, I think what Denims is saying there's no tape. Another streamer was saying there was no tape. It's not possible to remove the prongs. And then the same streamer looks at a clip of Cutie Cinderella confirming that it was an electric collar converted to a vibration collar, and they just close it.
That's an important point to make as well, because yes, you can take an electric collar, turn it into a vibration collar effectively by removing those elements and covering it with tape, but then why do you buy the electric version of the collar in the first place if you're not intending to, at some point, shock your fucking dog. So it can't have been a vibration collar initially. Maybe it is now, but it wasn't always.
So I think one of the worst things about this, you can't have a proper discussion about it because, you know, you've obviously got all the Hasan rentoids that just think like guilty immediately, but then you've got the Hasan like God defenders that will just, you know, even if like he, you know, let's say one of those like Sora AI videos where he just like, you know, lifts up his hand and you can see it and he presses the button, they'll somehow find some cope to defend him. Like, oh, he was actually just turning on his TV, guys.
You know, there was originally one clip where the dog yelps, perfect timing, you know, could say it's coincidence. And then there were like 4 or 5 more clips that came out where he's telling the dog to stop and then it doesn't stop. And then he reaches for something and then the dog goes back to its place. So you know there was already proof that he's leaning over somewhere. The dog happens to move over at the same time, and then they found from a stream during a Christmas stream when he swapped the camera angle that he has the exact remote exactly where he always reaches.
Right.
And they already checked because you know they do their they do their research online. They confirmed that the remote was 100% for the electric shock collar. I mean, we know that now anyway, that he has an electric shock collar. They've shown that there's an electric collar controller where he reaches every time, and now we're somehow still supposed to believe...
In the exact spot.
Yeah, in the
exact fucking spot.
Oh, and he moves it off camera once he realizes it's on camera. All of these coincidences, and then we're supposed to believe, no, it's all a coincidence. And the only other thing is also, he confirmed it was a vibration-only collar, but he goes on to say that he only ever uses it when Kaya is roaming outside, which is like a fair enough reason, you know, to stop her from going and potentially attacking other dogs. But he's like confirming he only uses it for that. But now we've basically got proof that even if it is a vibration-only collar, he's using it to keep it in one spot in his stream. So, you know.
You said it was a justified reason for shocking a dog if it's attacking other dogs, but I don't think there has been any evidence that this dog has ever attacked another dog.
Oh, no, I was saying, because he confirmed it was a vibration-only collar, right, that he only uses when she's outside. Shock collars, I don't know enough about dogs. I know they're used for those, like, aggressive breeds that, you know, like pit bulls and stuff.
I think it would have to be a real problem dog to be ethical to use this type of collar, I think, right?
You know,
surely?
If we play devil's advocate here,
I'm fucking not.
At best, you won't. At best, it is a vibration collar, but he's using it to keep the dog on stream in its spot, which I feel anyone can agree is cruel. A lot of a big cope online was dogs like laying everywhere, which is true. Dogs do sleep a lot, but like they do choose where they sleep. I had childhood dogs, and they'd sleep in like 5 or 6 different spots around the house. But they're not being forced, you know, the moment they move to go, no, back to the window.
But yeah, like what's the fucking reason to keep that dog in that exact same spot for hours and hours on end? Why can't it move about the room? Why can't it leave the room if it wanted to?
Are there any other examples in streams of Hasan's dog like getting up though? And he doesn't care?
Yes, there's like... Oh, probably. Again, there's multiple clips of him reaching for something when the dog wasn't obeying him. I'm sure he doesn't just keep the dog...
Oh, there are different instances of it as well, of him using the collar?
It's off camera, but like we said, with that bird's eye view over camera shot that you saw, that's the place where he's keeping the fucking zapper.
I'm sure he doesn't keep the dog in the spot every single stream. I did see a clip where someone had sped up 4 or 5 hours of a stream and the dog was in the same spot the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't think he's cruel enough to keep it in the same spot every single stream. Like, I'm sure someone would have brought it up.
That would be his dream,
probably.
Like, that would be his ultimate goal. Just keep this
I'm
dog
sure someone would have brought
in
this
a
all up
fucking
sooner
spot.
if he was actually keeping it there.
All stream, don't move an inch. I mean, the clip where it happened is completely ridiculous because that dog barely moves like a fucking muscle, and the second it takes a paw off the bed, he reacts to it. And he's reached for the buzzer.
I forgot there is a clip when he was first training her where he literally says that she's being trained so she can sit in the same place for hours and hours on end. If you saw that one?
Yeah, I did see it. It's like a little prison spot.
It's like kind of like, I don't know, there's just too much things working against Hasan. And then again, you got to ask, why did he... When he was first called out for it, why did he not just show her collar on stream when it was kicking off? You know, why did he keep adding new layers to the lie? Why didn't he just show the vibration collar?
Yeah, just classic case of digging yourself a hole.
I generally think it probably is a vibration collar, but he's too far in. He's already lied multiple times that no one's going to believe him now. If he'd shown it on stream at the same time.
You don't think it was initially a vibration collar, you think it's a vibration collar now?
Well, that's confirmed, right, by Cutie Cinderella and the tape and everything.
So you think when he, in this infamous clip now, you think when he initially pressed the button on the zapper, that it was set to vibration rather than giving the dog Kaya an electric shock?
I think you can't set it to vibration. It has to be converted to it.
My question is, was the collar transformed into a vibration collar from an electric when he pressed the button in this stream? Or did he do it afterwards?
That's what I mean, right? He's already shown he's untrustworthy, so how are we supposed to believe that it was always a vibration?
The argument for this is pretty obvious, I feel. The dog doesn't yelp if it gets a simple vibration, but an electric shock.
I mean,
would do
dogs
that.
in general are just very unpredictable. You can't, they could literally be like shot in the leg and they have like, light work, no reaction. Or like, I remember my dog, rest in peace, he'd literally have like a butterfly land on his back and he would yelp like he just had like his legs cut off or something. So yeah, you can never predict like, dogs have been trained for like, what is it, hundreds or thousands of years, like bred to, be domesticated, be loyal to humans, that kind of thing. But you still can't predict their behavior. Like they can sometimes just completely, you could have a dog that's like been trained and stuff for like a good 5 years, completely loyal, and then one day just randomly skips out and starts like biting people.
Did you say dogs have only been bred for 100 years?
I said hundreds
Did I
or
catch
thousands.
that correctly?
I said hundreds
You
or
said
thousands, bro.
Hundreds or thousands. He did say or thousands, but it's like...
Okay, I didn't catch that part.
It's the fact that there's even an or there is
Jarvis, pull up the exact date where dogs
Yeah,
were
but
first
it's a big
domesticated, or your
difference. It's a
argument is
big
invalid.
difference. I
Well,
think...
it's more like, yeah, you were saying they were bred. It's like you can't just breed a dog in 100 years from a wolf. It takes a little bit longer than that.
You can.
You can't.
You can do it.
You can't.
You can do it.
Where the hell were we going? Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like there's a good chance the yelp was just, vibration, irritated it, yelp.
I mean, yeah, take the shock, take the vibration out of all of it. It's pretty cruel to leave a dog in the corner of your room for hours and hours on end, not getting water, not being able to move about because you're enforcing that.
It probably does get up. We haven't watched every single stream of Hasan.
Well, apparently not. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to watch them either just to make this point, but like, apparently not. Apparently the dog is trained to sit there, and also Hasan has said himself, like, he's physically trained the dog to sit there for hours and hours on end. Verbatim, that's his quote. I have trained the dog to sit there for hours and hours on end, right? It doesn't get more plain speak than that.
As well for teaching a dog to stay in it's just called place or something. I remember Charlie was talking about that in his video.
Yeah, so it still begs the question, why are you putting a big dog in place in the corner and you've trained it to be there all the time?
I think we've answered the question, because look around the fucking room. The dog is a stream prop. Every time he gets a donation or someone subscribes, like, what pops up? The animated dog image.
Hasan is just saying to move on now, and I don't think he ever addressed the fact that he 100% had the remote right next to where his hand would reach. He hasn't addressed that. He probably never will, because how do you respond to that? Oh, it just happened to be there. I just keep my dog shocker next to me at all times.
When you've been caught out in so many lies and the tide has clearly turned against you, except for those die-hard, mentally ill fans that will support you no matter what. I mean, he could be found next to a dead body and they'd still defend him, sure.
I mean, it goes both ways, though. I mean, the argument you've made about it being a shot collar, like, I think it's pretty accurate. But I think the whole, anyone defending him as a brain-dead fan, it goes both ways. Because you'd have rentoids that, like, he could even be proven...
Not in this case, because if there's enough evidence there...
At this point, yeah.
No, that's not the point I'm making, you retard. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is it goes both ways with, like, the audiences. You've obviously, because he's political, right? He's going to have a lot of people that fucking hate his guts for that. So they'll just think he's guilty,
obviously,
like,
but we're talking about this
immediately.
exact example.
I'm just talking about in general.
Right,
I
we're not
literally
talking
prefaced
about in
it,
general, we're talking
again,
about
you
this
fucking
example.
retard, by saying that the argument you've made is pretty good. I'm convinced by it, but I'm saying that his defenders is like, 30-month tier 3 subs will defend him no matter what, even if he shot the dog on stream.
And now he's backed himself in a corner, so his only resort is to just say, let's ignore it, let's just move on from it. That's it. That's all we can do. Hope people will forget.
Let's
and
all
people
just
will.
settle down. I didn't shock the dog. Let's just watch some CNN, all right?
Where were you going with that, Niall? Sorry.
I was just saying both sides are retarded. Like, I mean, you know, if you actually look at the facts and you like make a conclusion, yeah, but like you'll have people that will defend him no matter what, even if he shot his dog on stream, and then you'll have the other side that will just think he's guilty no matter what. Even if, let's say, in a different reality in the fucking Spider-Verse where this didn't actually happen, they'll still, you know, you'd still have those same people that'd be like, oh, he shocked his dog. He shocked his dog. It happened.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes without saying.
Like, there were people that just thought he was guilty immediately because they already had an axe to grind with him. Because obviously,
like
you know,
Tic-Tone the bald moron.
didn't you say he posted that shock collar image of Ludwig? Because there's always been a meme that Ludwig's been like Hasan's porn or something. and then he stole it. He stole the image.
So
of course he did.
I initially covered it twice on the Slop channel, and my first take was basically just like, because, you know, when it was early days, I was like, there isn't 100% proof he shocked the dog. This is before we had one clip to go off.
I didn't need it.
You didn't need it because you dislike Hasan.
I mean, he wasn't
regardless.
fencing if you got called a right-wing grifter in the comments.
The second one, my takeaway was basically like, I said there's like three options where somehow it's a collar no one's ever seen before Hasan owns. Second, it was an electric collar converted to a vibration collar, which turned out to be true. And then third was that Hasan lied. So it obviously turns out two of those were correct. And then I ended up by saying something similar to Pyro, you know, where like, no matter what, the haters are going to find a way that it is a collar that shocks, that he used, and then the defenders are going to always believe him. But then, of course, that was before we had proof of him having an actual fucking e-collar remote right next to his desk, you know, and every other clip that came out. The both sides thing Niall mentioned is I had this guy write about 7 paragraphs about how I was a Hasan defender, I was doing damage control for him, I was scared of him. And then the very same comment section, within 20 minutes, I had someone saying I was on the same side as fascists.
That's true. That's true. You do a podcast with one, so that's fair.
Yeah, true. And then I replied to them saying stage 5 brainworms. They responded to me about how ICE raided an apartment complex, you know, completely irrelevant to what we're talking about, a dog potentially being shocked. And then they go from me being on the side of fascists to saying you care more about made-up rumors started by your Nazi buddies. So it went from I'm on the same side as fascists, you know, I assume like Asmongold, Tic-Tone, to now
Colossal
I'm
Is
buddies
Crazy.
with them and they're Nazis.
We should actually nuke America. Like, any discourse on the internet now is like you're either a lefty or a righty. Like, there is no fucking...
Just the fact that they say I have Nazi buddies and the same comment section I'm being called a Hasan defender. It's like, huh? Like, these people are just rotted. Just rotted.
I mean, you remember, I just linked it in general, but you remember that post, right? Just saying we're literally all like far right on the podcast, on the socialist subreddit, and then there was literally someone in the comments being like, "You're fucking stupid, bro."
Oh, yeah, I brought it up, but the podcast never saw the light of day.
I can kind of see how they might consider me far right with the jokes that I make, but like Pyro far right is like
that's a code. That's a code.
That's fucking insane.
So it was r/socialist gaming. It was the same person. There were actually 2 posts. So the first one was, are there any good leftist YouTube gaming channels? I've been watching people like Pyrocynical, Colossal, and Dolan Dark playing Liar's Bar together, and every 10 seconds there's a misogynistic, ableist, or otherwise off-putting right-wing joke.
What?
I'm realizing these people are just insufferable.
It's just reaching, man. Like, I remember, you know, the fucking Minecraft YouTubers in their prime, like Tommy Innit and all that, Wholesome Chungus, like they're 90% of their fan base were literally pronouns. And they had to make very sure the jokes they could make and stuff. And they were just always making jokes at the expense of women. Like, always. It was like a safety net for them. So, like, to even pull, like, misogynist, like, holy cope, man.
I mean, look at the name of the subreddit in the first place anyway. r/socialist gaming? What, are you fucking joking?
And then the second one, they posted a clip when we talked about Hasan for like a minute. Anyway, they posted a clip from that where you're talking and, you know, you're roasting Hasan because you're not a big fan of him. And the caption this guy goes with is, it's been confirmed, Pyrocynical and his friend group hate Hasan since they're close to Asmongold and they're far-right streamers.
I'm very close with the cockroach man. I actually speak to him daily.
Yeah, no, despite the fact I've probably made like 8 videos making fun of Asmongold. And then, you know, people just take it as fact. First comment, oh wow, there's 3 more people to write off as having worthless opinion. And then I genuinely had no idea Pyrocynical was like this. Mind you, the clip doesn't even have Pyro talking because, you know, he's fence sitting, so he's not even speaking on the matter.
Don't even need to listen to it to know that's true. What do you think? What do you think the average weight is in the fucking users from that subreddit?
If you're a fence sitter, that's now the new bad thing. Because at least if you pick a grift, like you'll be able to congregate to people that have...
Cope it because you get called offensive,
How's
quite rightly
what
so.
I'm saying, or?
And then, so of course you're going to try and defend like this is a bad thing now. No, it is pretty bad.
No, but it is the case though. Like if you pick a grit, like have you seen how many YouTubers end up like turning like to the far left or
I'm
far
on
right?
neither, not offensive
like
either. I think
like
you can have an opinion about something. Like sometimes you can't because there's not enough information or evidence or anything like that.
Didn't you open up the podcast by saying, before we go over the facts, say Hasan's guilty right now. Say he's guilty. Say he's guilty right now.
Yeah, because like look at the fucking proof. Like look at the fucking proof. At some point you have to realize like there's enough here where I can make 100% judgment.
I mean, it does look really bad for him, especially showing the remote on actual screen as well.
That's like the little fence sitter parts. Like, it looks bad. I'm not going to say he's guilty or not, 100% guilty. You'd be a fucking shit judge or prosecutor, right? Like, you'd be fucking crap.
Okay, you don't like fence sitting? You don't like fence sitting, right?
Yeah.
You hate it.
I mean, yeah.
He's innocent. He's innocent. He's 100% innocent. I just found this out now. He's innocent.
That's deranged.
He's
That's
actually
deranged.
completely
That's
innocent.
Deranged.
No. I mean, you don't like fence sitters. He's innocent.
I think I'd probably prefer you to have that opinion.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me be fucking contrarian here. Can you prove 100% that he shucked his dog?
Yes.
Can you prove it? How can you prove it?
We've seen the fucking screenshots. We've
The
seen the
remote
fucking
was off
videos.
screen. How can you prove
all the
it?
documentation. We've
There's
seen
a lot of evidence
here.
here.
I can fucking...
But where is the 100% proof that he shucked his dog? Oh, who proved it, Oliver? Who proved it?
Bunch of people on the fucking internet.
Link the tweet.
Different websites.
Link the drama
Reddit,
account with the laugh cry emoji.
It was confirmed. It was proven by one of his close friends who was trying to fucking defend him. Cutie Cinderella, whose only skill is baking fucking cakes.
She does only make cakes, true. But what did she say?
Well, we've covered this. We've covered this.
He did it.
We've said he's got a shock collar, right, that has had its prongs removed.
That was converted to vibration only.
There you go. If you had been fucking listening, you would have realised that.
No, I heard that point.
Press the button, something happened to the fucking dog. Yeah, that's proven.
It's not proven it's shocked, but like he's definitely vibrating and irritating the dog to train it to be in the corner, which is...
He could have been ordering more Zins.
Yeah.
Or
no, he has
a
button. He's got like the Donald Trump Coke button. He's got it for Zins. Yeah.
I'd believe it. He's very rich. He has to stream like 20 hours a day. You leave for like 5 seconds on stream. People go watch Kai Cenat or Osho Speed do backflips. I believe it. I believe it. I can go back to fence sitting if you want.
At some point, you have to make a judgment. He did it or he didn't do it.
He didn't do it.
Okay, that's all you have to say. Just a few words like that. You're never going to have 100% evidence with anything, even if you were there in person looking at everything that happened. Obviously not.
No, I was with him on stream as a guest. He didn't do it.
Obviously fucking not. Nobody does. But like, you've got enough there to say, yes, he did it, or no, he didn't. And I think there is enough there where you can say that. Just like make a judgment. Give your opinion. You might be wrong. You might be fucking wrong when you say it. Doesn't matter. Just have that fucking opinion. All right, don't try and weasel out by covering all the fucking possibilities and variables there. Start the video or end the video with an opinion on the matter. It's not hard to do. Just bear in mind you might be wrong. Yeah, fine, you might be wrong. Everyone knows you might be wrong. Doesn't matter. Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, there's that small thing of the mistake you made on the internet gets immortalized and people follow you about it for the rest of your life. So, I mean, there is that. There's that very small thing if you make a mistake.
Who cares? That's better than obfuscating the entire video with, and this could have happened, this could have happened, you know. That's not giving anyone information at all.
Some people just want to,
but if you're claiming it happened, is it an opinion?
Be informed on something. They don't actually want to have like, you know. I mean, you're almost making it out that people are retards and they need to be given an opinion for them. Like they can't make it themselves with all the information they've been given.
I'm not saying that.
I don't get this ego cope at all, genuinely. I think it's more than fair to list everything and then let people make their own minds up on it. I think if anything, it's worse if you get like a political grifter sat there telling you how you should fucking think and feel. That's worse. That's what creates these fan bases of people that are just completely these fan bases that are just completely fucking rabbits.
Yeah, I'm not saying do that either. But can you honestly say with your slop videos and your slop channel that you've actually tried not to have an opinion, even though you do actually have one? Like, have you tried desperately hard not to ever give one?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, opinions will leak out on things.
Okay, and why? Why do you do that? Why? What's your reasoning behind that?
Because usually with a lot of information, it can change over time. And the worst thing you could ever do on the internet is cover something, be like, this happened, and then you're found out to be wrong. I mean, if I started to give opinions, the problem is then you fall into the trap of you end up belonging to a certain group. You fall into a certain group.
If you start giving opinions, they'll realize you're a right-wing grifter, racist.
Yeah, he's going to get called that anyway. He already has been, like we talked about with r/socialist gaming.
Yeah, but if you keep giving opinions over and over,
so why
it's
worry about
obviously
giving
going to be based on like your personality, your feelings, and then unfortunately with the way the fucking internet scene is at the minute with a bunch of political cancer grifters, like you're going to end up falling into one of those groups. You're going to be one of these, like, you know, either like super lefties or super righties, and then the other side just villainizes you.
I think what you should do is just not cover it.
That's literally why I didn't do a video on Hasan, by the way. That's why you did it and Charlie did it, and I stayed well the fuck away from that.
No, you stayed away from it because they already covered it and you didn't think you were going to get the views.
I mean, I could have covered it, but then no. I mean, what I said to Oliver earlier is true. That was the case. But then I thought, is it really worth to get like $400 and then just, you know, to even be involved in all of this cancer? Like, no, it's definitely not. Like, the optics just not there.
I think because you still cover like H3 and iDubbbz and stuff, and that is like one of those ones you can't really fence it, you know. And that's what
I didn't
for.
fence it the iDubbbz stuff. That's why when I met him in person, he fucking hated me.
What? This is like years ago. This is before the whole. This is a whole new.
When did you meet
drama.
him?
This was
like
at
2
years
PAX
ago.
2 years ago.
There's been a whole different thing since then. But you covered like H3 and
the
stuff.
Creator Clash falling apart and stuff.
I think it's more just like try to avoid any political shit, because there's no point covering it just for an easy money if you're going to be the fence sitter of all fence sitters. Even if you fence it, you get both sides riled up against you anyway.
Yeah, it's funny. Shall we have a look at some of the comments that Ryan left me? I'll read some of these out. Of some people defending Hasan, even, you know, in the face of some of this evidence coming out. So this one is from Bint. She clips her paw. It's very obvious. You are willfully dumber than a dog if you choose to believe this, and care more about imagining the suffering of a single animal than millions of Palestinians. So just making it about...
I actually thought of Palestine in my head, and I was like, surely they don't go there. Surely the reach won't be that bad.
No, I saw that argument at some point. Like, there's more important things to be talking about. It's like, well, animal abuse is still animal abuse, despite what's going on
This
overseas.
whole situation is another great example how a lie will make it halfway around the world before the truth can get its shoes on. If more of this man's critics practiced critical thinking, this would not have been an issue.
I like how that can apply the other way as well.
Issue is they know they can't beat Hasan based on the merits of their arguments, brackets, because their arguments actually don't have any merit. So they resort to not thinking, clipping out of context, and outright slander to spread misinformation. And there has not been one example of this in this case. Like, maybe there has in the past, I'm sure there has. Things you have to believe for this to make sense. 1. A Twitch live streamer keeps a shock collar on his dog at all times, hoping no one would notice. Proof that he did that. 2. His friends don't notice. They did. Cutie Cinderella pointed out in a stream. She's seen it in person. 3. His thousands of viewers don't notice. They did. The dog is fucking wearing it. 4. He keeps a button near his live streaming setup, but has only used it the one time.
That one got double debunked, where we saw the button and we saw clips where he used it at least five times. So
he decided to shock his dog on camera, even though he was live streaming and his dog was in the frame. Yeah, the dog is in the frame because it's a fucking prop, so it's in the frame all the fucking time. He streams like 8-9 hours a day, so it's big part of his fucking life. So he does it without thinking. Also, he's a fucking psychopath. 6.
He's a psychopath.
How did you diagnose him there? Use like the DSM or something? How did you diagnose him as a psychopath?
6. He was acting when he looked at his dog, confused for a while after she yelped.
I mean, he was definitely confused that she yelped. No question about it.
They analysed the body language. He was acting. And countless other things. It's hard to prove a negative, but I find most of the arguments either weak or based off of questionable sources. I mean, I'll give him that last one. There have been a lot of questionable sources in this one.
I had the same take with the questionable sources, which is why, because, originally it's just Tectone and all these other weirdos spreading it. But I looked into it myself. I looked at the exact website the dog collar was on to confirm that it was not an electric collar. I looked up the controller that they use, the e-remote, to confirm it was the exact one for the electric collar. So, I did my own research and the sources were correct, even if they did come from the bald retards.
But also, it's an internet drama thing, right? It's internet drama. So where exactly is the non-questionable source going to come from with this story, right? Who are you expecting it to be? Fucking BBC? I mean, that's questionable nowadays anyway, but who's going to be the non-questionable source?
BBC have a pretty bad track record of interviewing e-celebs. I mean, did you see that one where they tried to interview Logan Paul and they just got absolutely trolled? I swear they'll just never do it again after that. They hired a lookalike just to fuck with the interviewer, and it took him 5 minutes to realise. And they botched the entire interview, basically.
Yeah, I think my point is, non-questionable sources are pretty hard to come by these days, and they're certainly not going to be involved in this type of topic.
Everyone's got a bias as well, to an extent. Even if you say that you're neutral, your opinion will kind of slither its way in.
I mean, anyone who says they're neutral in any capacity is just lying anyway, or just not being honest with themselves.
And I'm best friends with Asmongold and Tectone. They're my two favourite people in the world. And Pyro isn't trans. He actually hates trans.
Jay thinks I'm trans because I use this app called Voicecels
right now or anything.
To check the tone of your voice. Colossal, you should try it on this podcast. I want to see if you're a Voicecel.
What is this? What is this dog shit? What is this dog shit?
It's literally just it's a site called Voicecel, like incel but for voice. And you speak into the microphone, and then it rates if you're a Chad or if it's over, if you're a Voicecel.
Right, should I do it? Should I do it live? Is it going to put a virus on my computer if I do this? I don't know how trustworthy this website is. Test 1, 2, 3. I am not a fucking Voicecel. Pyro is a rapist. Pyro is a...
Yes, so we just recorded this website called Voicecel, and Colossal's mic messed up. Basically, you talk in this website and it rates if you're a deep voice Chad or if you're a Voicecel based on the frequency of your voice. And Colossal got the highest score.
I won the game, I think.
Somehow I got the lowest score. Unfortunately, every single person was a certified Voicecel. Colossal got certified
Voicecel. It's fucking nonsense.
It's over for him. But somehow the website thinks I have the deepest voice in the podcast, which... I don't think so. Yeah, so it's over. And Ryan, our producer, got, what did he get? 85 confirmed deep voice Chad. So there's one of us isn't soy.
I won.
Yeah, I like how the guy who isn't even a host gets the best score. That's saying something.
I won the game.
That's saying something there.
Colossal got the highest score. He won. Oh yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it picked up Colossal's live reaction to being called a voice.
So the verdict. What's the verdict on Hasan? Guilty. That's my verdict.
No, he needs to take. No, he needs to take the test.
Voicecel?
If he's a Voicecel, then he's guilty.
It's bollocks. I was screaming into the mic, and I got.
Well, yeah. If you're a Voicecel, screaming's not going to change anything.
And then I did quietly, and then I went very quiet.
Well, yeah, because a Voicecel is a Voicecel, no matter what. You can't undo it, man. It detects you're a Voicecel.
So if I fart into the fucking microphone, I'll probably get Chad. That's how ridiculous and broken this site is. That pretty much summarizes all the Hasan stuff, right? I think we covered everything there.
What's the final verdict?
Got it all
guilty?
covered. No, I was guilty from the beginning. Yeah.
Oh, but you think he's definitely guilty of shocking?
I think he's guilty of shocking. Yeah.
What
it just makes the most sense to me why the dog yelped. It had already reacted to him. It can't have just been from a vibration.
Colossal doesn't want me to fence it anymore. He's innocent.
Innocent, right?
Coward!
Yeah.
You're a coward no matter what. Unless you say Hasan struck him down with the power of Zeus, you're a coward. Oh yeah, our most disliked episode, I think,
It was the Hasan one. Yeah.
was when it was Hasan one, but I think it was the one where we titled it Hasan is balding, and then we talked about him for like 30
Probably more
seconds.
the title, and then people are like,
oh yeah, pretty genius. But we talked about Hasan for the entirety of this
yeah,
episode.
so now it's not. So we'll probably get even more hate. But also, I'll definitely have to put. God, how many clips are there? I'll definitely have to put clips on screen for context, just to show how many things are like working against Hasan here. Especially the one where you see the remote on his desk where he reached for. I think makes it cut and dry.
None of it adds up from his perspective. Like, he's lying.
Even, he comes clean that he was using it for vibration only. I don't think he ever will. He's already said to move on. Even if he does come forward, then how are we supposed to believe him? So I guess he's making the right decision and not addressing it again because he's too deep in his hole of lies.
I am not neutral on this topic. He is 100% guilty. He should be taken to some Turkish prison, ousted from the United States of Amerifat, moved to Turkish prison, electrocuted until death.
Yeah.
And then, have you seen that Black Mirror episode? I think it's called Dark Museum or something like that.
Yeah.
Where
put in like an eternal
that black dude
hell.
That black dude is trapped in a jail, just constantly electrocuted by visitors every single day.
In Minecraft, of course.
Pyro, your answer.
I mean, from what I've seen and everything that's been listed, like all the evidence and stuff, you can't confirm it, but it looks like he's guilty. Yes, there you go. You got the answer.
Finally, we got a fucking opinion.
There you go.
Okay, now give your opinion on the Israel-Palestine conflict.
I need to watch XQC for that.
He's the best case.
Pyro, what is your opinion on, am I using this term correctly, Diaperfur?
Don't get me started.
There's a bit of a conflict.
No, I do want to get you
right?
started, actually, because I'm asking for your take on it. You probably know quite a lot about this,
all right. So, here's my take on it, right? Okay, I'm a fucking degenerate. Everyone knows that.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
but
no fucking shit.
There are still somehow circles of hell lower than mine. And that Diaperfur stuff, man.
I agree.
Nasty.
Okay, so you must know more about it. So, as far as I understand, they act like a child furry thing. And they wear diapers and they wear pacifiers. And it's very pedophilic in nature. Is that pretty much correct?
I've seen a lot of videos going over it because obviously there's like actual grown adults that dress up, they do the whole fucking diapers and the...
Yeah, I think this person does both.
Yeah.
They do the VTubing.
A lot of them cope and say
do...
it's like age regression where it's like they felt better as it... Wait, I'm just explaining like their thoughts behind it. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm just explaining.
There is a reason for all this, by the way. We aren't just like randomly talking about...
Yeah, it's just Colossal isn't just researching diaper furs.
We're coming to that, but
He
Pyro, go
some
on.
things, it's okay. But yeah, I mean, a lot of them will cope and say it's an age regression thing. Like when you're a kid, things were easier, like don't have the pressures of being an adult. So then they go back to like being a kid. And obviously it's like, okay, if you do it privately and stuff, whatever, just don't put that shit online.
No,
but
you
then
should be killed.
Obviously,
don't even say that. You should be killed. Go on.
Well, that's the best outcome. Like the other stuff is literally just like it is pedophile stuff. Definitely.
But doesn't it most of the time, if you say they did only do age regression, etc., it almost always ends up crossing over into sexual stuff as well, right? Like this streamer
not
has
always,
posted,
but a lot of the time, yes. Probably most of the time, honestly.
Let's put a percentage on it. What's the percentage?
I don't fucking know.
Let's have a guess. Let's have a guess.
I'd say,
okay, wait.
I would say a good 80%, I think,
right.
Honestly.
Thank you.
I think a good 80%.
I say 99, but yeah.
Because it's like in the furry world as well, right? Like a lot of, you'll have a lot of people that are like furries and they'll say it's not a sex thing and it's like, I'll see that and it's like cope. That is cope. But for like a small amount, it genuinely isn't. But it's always the majority that it's always like kind of a sexual thing. It just depends how much they're going to publicly display that. And that's what it becomes like a...
How many of them are dirty pedo Peters?
I don't even think it's that. Like if you're looking at like, the whole underage character stuff as well, like people won't ever like actually go after kids, but they'll still like commission the art and stuff of someone that's like, you know,
yeah. So
actually
they're fucking like into kids. Like, what percentage
I thought
of
you already said
Diaperfurs
80%.
are pedos?
Didn't we already get the 80% number?
No, are pedos.
I think what I said earlier.
Are pedos.
I think what I said earlier still stands up. I'd say
80% as well.
Because his original answer was 80% of them are into the sexual side. If you're into the sexual side, isn't that just pedo by default? Because it's diapers and kids?
Well, yeah, it might be true unless they want to be the child being fucked by the adult. That technically wouldn't.
I will say
it isn't.
Pedos, it isn't
right?
all of them though. It isn't all of them, but I do feel it's a vast majority.
Okay, put a percentage on it.
Are you doing your own Harvard study on this?
This is a world that I do not fucking come from. You do, because you're a fucking mentally ill, deranged freak. So just give me a second here.
This is something that happened in the past 2 centuries, so that also makes sense why you didn't know. So fair enough there.
Yeah, also true. Also fucking true. But is the reason they're dressing up like a baby dog or whatever the creature because they want to be fucked by an adult whilst being the child? So therefore technically not making them a child molesting pedo freak, but just someone who's very, very ill?
That's still a... I don't know. Like,
so what's the ratio? What's the ratio between pedos and just really, really sick?
I don't know. I'd say about a quarter are normal. I mean, I don't fucking know the numbers. I'm pulling this shit out. But like
they wouldn't be normal.
They're not normal. There's no normal word being used here.
Not pedophiles is what I'm trying to say. Not actual pedophiles is what I'm trying to say.
All right. So 25% would be not.
We're using the word normal
pedos.
very loosely here, by the way. But yes,
they just want to fill a diaper and act like a child and shit themselves.
Oh god! Why did you remind me that was a thing as well with that?
That's the best case there, right? They just want to shit themselves and act like a child.
It, please?
Don't.
Yeah. So the mentally ill, regardless.
I did see a study though that was interesting that showed like, you know, people that have like people that are like neurodivergent, like they got like fucking autism or like ADHD, they've got there's a much higher chance. True. There's a much higher chance that they basically become like a sexual deviant. So, I mean, I'd say that holds up, but obviously there's like levels to it. I mean, the diaper stuff is like...
Anyway, it's because... Why did we bring this up other than Colossal's into Diaperfurs? He's thinking of becoming one. What was the other reason?
It is because a Diaperfur was put on the front page of Twitch. And apparently this is a thing. This seems like the most boring stream ever. But XQC was on Twitch watching other Twitch streamers, and he stumbled upon this Diaperfur creature.
Well, it was auto-playing on his front page. So it had thousands of viewers. So anyone who clicked Twitch front page at this day, at this time, was greeted with a Diaperfur VTuber.
Of this VTuber called Tiger, spelt wrong, professional singer / songwriter / cartoon tiger, trans she her. Yeah, so that's who we're dealing with there. And the profile image is, can you even show this on in the video, Jay? I don't know if you can.
Yeah,
you put the little cartoon tiger with its tongue out.
I covered it on Slop.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Did you see the clip where they called XQC's community weird and cringe because they were attacking them, and it's just kind of like,
yeah, projection.
If there's a mirror that exists, and they said something like, "At least I have a personality." It's like,
I mean, not a great personality.
Pyro, have you ever spoken to some of these really deranged fetish people, and they've been like, "What I'm into is perfectly normal"?
I mean, yeah. The people I commission, but I think
their cope is probably going to be the same as his, where there's always something worse.
I've spoken to a fair amount of people that have like commissioned like fat art and stuff from, and like a lot of them are like, it's different, you know. It's like Colossal, your opinions aren't the same as mine, right?
Thank fuck. I mean, yeah, fuck, yeah.
No, but I'm saying, like, even though it's the same community, people like vary a lot. A lot of people are like very kind of, people will treat it like it's their entire personality kind of thing. And if you encroach on that, like, you're like the great Satan. And then there are other people that are like very self-aware, and it's like, yeah, I'm a fucking degen. I mean, who cares? I get money to...
Aren't you both, technically?
Huh?
Well, you said it's their entire personality, isn't that kind of...
No,
you only play games where you can be fat.
No. I play first-person PS1 graphics games. Thank you very much.
Stuff.
I think you're allowed. I think if I'm a fucking DJ, you're allowed to indulge in it a bit. But I think it kind of crosses a line when you just make it like your entire, like it's everything, right? I mean, okay, here we go. Like, here's an example. I could go fucking all out. I set my fucking YouTube profile picture to like a fat character.
Wait, isn't your phone background a fat character? Isn't your desktop background a fat character?
No, my desktop... no.
Don't you have a statue of a fat character you commissioned?
Okay, so all of those were right, except the desktop background picture. That's actually your cat, but anyways.
That's weird.
It's weird.
That's the weird one, by the way, his cat. Out of like everything he listed.
But what are we getting at? Because I mean, I feel like it does drip a little too much into your personality, but it's clearly not your entire personality, of course.
I guess my question was, has Pyro spoken to any of these people, not necessarily within his own fetish,
Diaperfurs?
that are like, this is normal, this should be encouraged even, and
the majority that I've spoke to, like a good 90%, no, they're very self-aware. They just don't really care, kind of thing.
But they're not Diaperfurs, right? Because I feel like if you're self-aware about being a Diaperfur, it doesn't matter.
I mean, most of the people I speak to, the people I commission, are just into like fat. So, but yeah, I mean, a lot of them will be like, I don't really care. I mean, you know, it's not normal, but I don't care. It makes brain go wooga, that kind of thing. But then obviously you'll have like the few that like will actually defend it, and they'll be like, you know, going on about like body positivity, and it's like this needs to be the norm, and then it's
that's one of the ones that I want to meet or at least speak to. Like, can you just like rationalize it in your mind?
You should interview this VTuber that was just banned.
I would like to.
Only for a day,
Let's invite him on the podcast.
I forgot to mention they were banned, and then they got unbanned a day later, 24 hours.
Well, what was the reason they were banned in the first place? Can you not put a diaper cartoon on fucking Twitch?
You'd think, right? Because fetish content is 18 plus, that it would be because of that. But supposedly it's because they said that the people hating on them were like NPCs that they wouldn't feel bad about running over in GTA, I think.
I mean, to be fair, I do want to say as well, like I said earlier, like if you're into the diaper stuff, that does not immediately mean you're a pedophile. Like, it's fucking weird. And there is a huge overlap.
But you said 75%.
I said a good 80%, I think. But I'm pulling that number out my fucking ass.
And then, yeah, there's the whole other aspect of they're shitting themselves and pissing themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so...
I'm soiling my diaper.
Best case is they piss and shit themselves. Worst case, pedo.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually met a furry ever that's been into that. Or maybe they have and they've just, you know, kind of kept it hidden. I don't know. I've genuinely never spoke to one ever. I mean, it's always been the same thing though. Since like the internet, even before that, it's like, you know, it's like a tribes thing, right? It's like you'll have groups of people that have similar like hobbies, like a fucking running club or a rowing club. And then with the inclusion of the internet, it's just become more deranged, where it's turned like into kinks and stuff.
Yeah, but nobody really ever wanted to fuck fat farting animals in a great number before.
I like how it's just always became.
I guess they didn't.
I like
even
how it's always
exist
became
until
animals and not
recently,
furries. Like it just goes into bestiality now.
Well, that's what you're into. I thought I still get confused.
I'm into beast.
It's
what?
been years now.
What?
But I'm still confused.
Okay, you need to fucking take your meds and go back to the home for a little nap. Holy shit!
Are they or are they not animals with masks on?
Yeah, the anthropomorphic animals.
I mean, I've kind of moved away from the furry stuff. I commission that less, to be fair.
Oh, what are you commissioning now?
What do you commission now?
Just anything fat that basically doesn't have like a human face, basically. Actual autism.
Just so much
What? So, like, what is it? Like, it just has
anything
a TV
that's just
head?
not human.
What?
I mean, the TV head would make sense as well, yeah.
Like an insect?
Wait, Hollow Knight? That's a good idea, actually.
But what was the last thing that you commissioned?
Oh, yeah, it was that Jester character that I commissioned that everyone was roasting, saying it just looked like a Deltarune character. That's right.
That was ages ago, wasn't it? I thought it was ages ago.
Yeah, you can commission the same character again.
I guess it doesn't have a face, though, right? It's like a Pokemon face.
There's just no carryover into the real world. Like as soon as it's like it looks like it's got like a human face, it's over. It's like just zero. Yeah, it's normal. I probably have several other mental illnesses as well. So
no, you do. No, probably there.
So I think we covered everything there. Hasan was guilty. That was the verdict.
Based on the facts given, he's probably guilty.
But it's not been confirmed. But it's really stacking against him. I mean, you know, the biggest things...
I confirm it. I'm the only voice you need to listen to on this subject matter.
Yeah, Colossal's confirmed.
I'm confirming it.
Thanks,
That's all the proof you need. He fucking did it. 100%. There is no question, no doubt, not even a fucking shadow of it. Subscribe to the fucking Patreon. It's just $5 a month.
Only $5? Only
$5?
$5? What a steal!
You've been missing the episodes because we were slack. There has been a monthly episode every month on Patreon, no matter what.
And Pyro's not in
Missing
them.
the
He's not in
podcast,
them.
there's-
It should be $20, but we'll only do 5 because we're so nice.
Oh no, you can get the $20 tier as well. I mean, you'll get more for your
What
money.
do you get in the $20
Don't buy
tier?
that.
Maybe
Don't buy the
promote that.
$20
What do you
tier.
get?
Not.
What do you
Don't
get?
buy
Listen
Private
stuff.
conversations with me.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, fucking wow. That's
So
fucking
just
amazing.
one to one. He says slurs to you.
One-to-one
Well, like
conversations.
the one time per day you type in
one
chat.
therapy
they get a
sessions with
single,
Colossal. He just screams slurs at you.
I type something in a special chat. They see that. It's very
they
exclusive.
get a different colored name, and then you're supposed to. You're supposed to shout out their names as well, and we haven't done that in 7 months. So there you go. There's what you get.
To do that, honestly. I'll do it. If you give me the list, Ryan gets me the list, I'll do it right fucking now. I'll do it now. So then they can stop whining and they can see the true value for money. They'll get their fucking names screamed out.
Imagine subscribing, and then we don't upload on YouTube for 7 months. Yeah, so you get your name screamed in every episode, guys. But we post once a year. Have fun with that
Blame
one.
Pyro. That's all I can say. Just blame Pyro.
Yeah.
If you get me that list, I'll scream them out now.
We have
before we
how many
end.
people? We have 43 people paying for that. You guys need better financial management.
Don't say that. Cut that.
Cut that out. Cut that
I'm
out.
keeping it in.
Cut that out.
Cut that. We're trying to
need the
encourage
money.
them
We
to
need the
go
money.
for this tier. Thank you to the premium Patreon subscribers. Local VC Ho. I need my glasses for this.
Holy
Hang on.
old. Oh, my old.
Don't you use glasses as well?
No, I wear contacts. That's not old. That's youthful.
Literally the
That's
same thing, you freak. Right. Engie, Twisted Shark, Peepaw, Active D4C, Edward, Remboob, Riseby 123, Blue Delight, Mr. Saturn, Teimatsu, Draylon, Ant Demo 1312, Fob, Blazeling, or is that Rob? I can't tell. There's like a little fucking mark on my screen. Mother Slammer 74, Tyson, Happy Man, Floppy Raptor, Skrilt, Mosh for 6,
Skrilt.
Greg, K84, Shaved Kitty, British Person, Pavlo, MC, Big Fish, Jonas Full, Drop-In, Cheat, Rat Boy, Mike 00702, Unknown Death, Rodley, Spoonful, Debation, The Tyrant of Mars, Beweezed, Dolan's BFF in Bibletown, Dr. Pavel, Lyco, Trimp Mima, and Rooting Around. Done. Subscribe. $20 a month to have that service. I think it's fucking worth it.
Read out every 7 months on a podcast that's probably going to get, what, like 5,000 views because we haven't posted in a year. So yeah, subscribe.